What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, and welcome back to Jennifer Wilde, Unlikely Revolutionaries, the game where our dad is dead, we talk to ghosts, and I'm bad at accents.
Welcome to the Long Room, part of the old library and home to well over 100,000 books.
Ah, la vache!
It is the only copyright library in the country. A copy of every book published in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland is sent here. Even before I was a student, they had to raise the roof to accommodate more volumes.
The marble busts are beautiful.
As a student, I fantasized that one day they would commission a bust of me to sit amongst those greats: Swift, Socrates, Shakespeare, and Wilde.
One day you will have your tribute, Oscar.
Perhaps my infamy may soften as the world changes.
It's 1922, Oscar. We have moving pictures, wireless radio, and women can vote now. It's a whole new world.
It moves me to remember that my books reside here in the company of other daring texts and many more inferior ones.
I'm sure the mediocre books raise their lids at the sight of yours.
Other treasures are housed here too, such as Brian Bonney's harp.
Quit dawdling, we don't have all night. This is where our society used to meet. That is until a few nights ago. A contact here insisted he could hear harp music and voices. He made a scene and we had to scatter. The boss wants to know what happened. But I think he was stewed to the gills. Oscar, did you hear anything like this when you studied here?
Intoxication among night staff is not uncommon.
And among the students and professors, no doubt.
You should examine the harp first.
Oscar, there's a ghostly presence attached to this instrument.
Yes, I can sense it now. It is old and powerful.
Sorry, I'm just now noticing this fella up here. Is that a statue or a person? I believe its voice has been stolen. I'll need to get close to it. Whoa. Someone has tampered with the harp. It's missing a part. Okay, well, I don't have it yet. The harp story, part of the page is missing. And can't add it because I don't have it. A section of this display is missing. Ask the librarian up there. He's the fellow who had the funny turn that night. Okay, so it's a person. Glad we cleared that up. He's been hiding ever since. Probably embarrassed by the show he made of himself. He must know something. I appreciate how unnerving it is to hear unearthly voices. So how do we get up there?
And this clandestine meeting, there is more to this.
When was this gathering? 4 nights ago.
That's when?
My father was murdered. We need to find out who attended the meeting last night so we can eliminate them from our suspects.
Don't say anything yet to Franny. You need to proceed cautiously.
Let's give this harp its voice back. I have a suspicion it's linked to some fashion. And do. Drat, he's locked the stairwell. Well, then we'll go to the reading room. Enough chit-chat. Okay, so we don't have anything to add yet. I feel like we need to do something with the ladders, but let's get any words from you if you have any. Why are you lurking among the stacks, Dan? I'm browsing. Franny's not a reader, so this place is wasted on him. Were you here the night Patsy went crazy? Okay. I had just arrived and was waiting for Sean, but then I spotted the signal and sidled off fast. What signal? A flashlight blinking on and off in a window. Did you hear the harp's voice? That's fantasy. Ops don't play themselves and definitely don't speak. You'd have to be crazy to hear that, and I'm normal. And did you see Sean? No, I didn't hang about. Quit questioning me. Get on with whatever foolishness you're supposed to be doing.
Perhaps Sean is the man we're seeking.
Well, if Sean's the man we're seeking, we're out of luck because that's my brother and he's working 3 a.m. shifts all week. Is there anything else? Okay, so we can just leave. But let's go back to the reading room maybe. Or no, wait, it's locked, but he's a ghost. Oscar Wilde, you saucy devil. Surely you can slip through these cold iron bars. They're no match for you.
There are moments when being incorporeal has its advantages.
Great, now we're gonna freak him out.
My goodness, a first edition of Dracula by Bram Stoker. To think that my first love Florence chose that red-headed giant over me. At least I was successful long before him.
Let's scare him.
That voice thrumming in my mind, I can hear echoes of it still. Below it lured and mesmerized him. I have silenced its siren call. Bravo, Stoker, guard well, Lecky. We will keep all others safe from its grasp. What a strange duo to congratulate. When will I get the all clear? I do not like the wait up high near the stars. The agony of this poor addled wretch. What signal does he wait upon? Jennifer might be able to act upon this information.
Should it just be this light?
The abominable light, flickering but not correctly.
Alright, we'll go talk to Jennifer.
So he is lingering, desperate for some sign to return.
Do you know the men he mumbled about?
I was acquainted with Stoker and his wife, and I spotted his lurid book upstairs. I could not pick it up even if I wished to. Lucky was a mousy historian, if memory serves, and didn't we pass a statue in the courtyard?
Dublin circles must have been so small for you to know everything.
Indeed! It was a relief to move to Oxford and then London. Yet I quickly became a notable person. Poet, editor, playwright, a pioneer in cultural discourse and fashion.
And a model husband.
Touché, Jenny. Touché.
Forgive me, Oscar, but we are short on time. And who is this frightful fellow?
Good Lord, I believe that's George Salmon. Did the old blowhard die?
Not a favorite mentor, then?
He was a professor of divinity, chess fanatic, and a dreadful bore. And adamantly opposed to the admission of women as students.
Now condemned to watch us study as we like, a fitting sentence. Oh, lucky. Oh.
We can hang around all night, and without answers, I don't know where our next destination is going to be.
Where are you on the night of these disturbances?
You're the expert, you tell me.
Spirits guided me to draw this chain of events. Spirits are strangely quiet. I'll try again. Okay, well, I don't have any information yet. I don't think.
Wrestler ball, fine, I'll go.
Okay, so we need Oscar to check out Lecky's statue.
How did you, William Lecky, wrangle a statue in Front Square? Your grand opus was a history of England during the 18th century, hardly challenging fare. And look, a piece of that confounded harp hiding behind the statue. Now I know Patsy is bereft of reason. Jenny will have to retrieve this.
Dang it. Okay. Hey, I need to get by. The spirits guided me to draw this chain of events. Aww. I'm missing pieces.
I'm beginning to think you're play acting, Cain.
I'll figure this out. Did not know that word. Here, Oscar. Go back upstairs. Maybe if I click and hold the light. Jenny's the only one that can get the book. Do I need to click it in a pattern, maybe?
Perhaps he keeps a log of some sort.
Is that for me to ask? Tell me about the librarian. Batsy, he settled with the bats in his belfry. That one's never been right. He and Dan will always come up with codes and puzzles. Okay, where's Dan? We know. Probably had his head buried in a book somewhere about. And was Dan at the meeting? I'm supposed to help you with this art business, not spill about our work. I could return to Sean and tell him you're being uncooperative. Fine, I arrived late. Place was deserted and I hung about for ages on my own. I found out about the brouhaha afterwards. Did you hear music or voices? That nonsense, I don't believe a word of it. It was quiet as the grave when I got here.
I think we can piece together a little of what happened that night.
Cool. I forget I can click on them and get a little caption. The night started with an arranged meeting at Trinity Hall Library. Okay, so that's where we want to put here. No, not okay. Dan claims he was at the library, but when he saw a coded flash, he turned to leave. Okay, so I do need to make a some kind of code. Franny claims he turned up to the meeting late and everyone was already gone. Come on. Click. Okay. The librarian saw an unknown figure entranced by the harp's voice. Can we ask about the coded flash? Maybe there was a clue. Okay, that looks okay for now. Maybe there's something in what he said or something we overlooked. Let me look at the picture again. Oh, dang it, I just spent all that time putting it in order I wanted it to, and it's just all messed up again. Okay, so that's the harp outside of the staircase that we need to get up across from the reading room. That's where Franny is right now. Dan saw a coded flash and turned to leave, so we need to do something with the light and make it a coded flash that the librarian would understand. He said like a log. Oscar did. But where? Is there another dialogue option here? Aha! Yes, okay. I understand you and Patsy used to make up codes. It was useful and a game, even if he was a bit odd most of the time. I'll take odd over boring every time. Do you know the codes till he'll return from his perch? You don't think I've tried? Patsy's half blind mostly, dear, and fully paranoid. When I try to call him down, he seems to think I'm the bloody op. And I'm not telling you a single code, mademoiselle. Well, dang. Oscar, he's being very uncooperative. I was born too early. In this world I would not have been condemned, but celebrated. Can you, like, pick his pockets? Perhaps he keeps a log of some sort. I miss so many of my old acquaintances, but most of all I long to hear the laughter of my sons. Alright, let's see if that'll let us progress. We're clearly missing like a piece to our notebook, but we'll come to that later. That looks about right. Just after I arrived, a telegram was delivered by an associate with a code word, Breakspear. I knew we were done. I used my flashlight to signal Morse code through the window to warn anyone already inside. My father taught me Morse code when I was a child. We used to tap messages to each other at dinner time. Mama banned it eventually. I haven't been able to coax the librarian down. Can you tell me his safe codes? Dan and Patsy had their own system. I don't know what is safer that way. He's being obstinate. A test isn't a test if it's easy. Perhaps he keeps a log of some sort. Yes, you've mentioned this before, Oscar. But where? I think we have a basic idea of what went on that night. Great. Okay, no new options. Okay, so yeah. Sean told me to pass along a messenger break spear. We're compromised again. Is this your fault? He said you'd follow protocol. Damn it, I have to create a new batch of codes. What are you looking at? I told you before this isn't your business. Back off, miss. Aha! 73. You'd think with all the ARG participation points I've garnered over the years, I would have Morse code down pat. I do not. So let me write this down. Dash, dash, dot, dot, dot. And 3 is the opposite. Cool.
Ah, the light dawns. I surmise the pattern.
See this book? It's closed. You can't look at it. Alright, let's go mess with the lights. Oh.
The signal, sweet release. I am safe to descend. My head spins less now. I'm on terra firma again. The draft up there, I thought I was flying.
Who was lured to the harp?
It was a blurred shape to my weak eyes, but the sound in my head. I couldn't concentrate until I ripped out the string and part of the page. Once I gave the pieces into safekeeping, I returned to the gallery and locked myself in. I waited and waited for the signal. This man is far too nervous for such espionage.
Did you see anyone else that evening?
Before the harp sang, I got delivery of a telegram long distance. I delivered it to Sean when he arrived.
Sequence of events is becoming clearer now.
I want to hear this harp sing. I believe it will reveal something important. I'm going home to bed and grateful rest, far away from this haunted hell. Tomorrow I'm turning in my resignation letter. Sean promised to wait for me in the car. If you were wise, you would leave this place now.
And miss listening to a ghost harp? Not likely.
We'll keep the engine running.
Cool. Okay. I was like, wait, I need to go upstairs.
I heard Dracula was a financial failure. Poor Stoker had to keep ironing Henry Irving's shirts.
Oscar, your claws are showing. Let us hope his book contains our missing paper. Et voila! Nice! Okay, it's running now, so can we make him drive off?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, now the car's on it too! Now, while Sean's distracted.
Pardon me, Monsieur Lecky, but I need this part.
This is undoubtedly the most excitement the old boy's seen in decades.
Nice. Oh wait, I need to click into the harp first. The harp is strung. The page is complete. Fancy. C'est merveilleux.
I am unbound inspiration, the instrument of liberation. My strings sing of sorrows gone and future freedom's dawn. A sweet sentiment, if somewhat obvious. Jennifer, my thanks for restoring my voice.
Could you answer a question? 4 nights ago you escaped. To whom were you speaking?
Few can hear me, but those of the O'Neill lineage are sensitive to my presence and can awaken me from my slumber. He is tall and enamored of words and ciphers. In his soul he is a bard, but in this bloody era he fights for his land. I must rest again.
Fede Bourave.
It's Dan who roused the harp. He must be descended from the original owner.
I think I know enough to confront Papa's killer. Everyone's vanished. Did the harp cast some spell?
Quickly, let us depart!
Name a nearby hotel. The posher the better. They'll look there last.
The Shelbourne. I once delivered a lecture there to a rapturous audience. I proposed to my darling Constance several days later, and she accepted.
I'd call that a rave review.
We were happy for a time. My boys, Cyril and Vivian, were my joy.
Did Constance know about your feelings for men?
Far too late, I realized to speak the truth is a painful thing. To be forced to tell lies is much worse.
Have you seen any of your family since you passed?
There are aspects of my condition I cannot divulge, but I have been reunited with some of my family.
Let us escape while we can. You coming with me? No, I'm not. I'm sick of being ordered about. You have to do what I say. I know who you are. Is it Franny? How? Ho ho ho! Or is it Dan? I can't tell if the shadow's short or tall. Haha! The harp entranced Dan with an ancestral song. Do we need to... Swap some of these out. Oh, I'm done. There is a missing piece here. There we go. Oh, it was him! It's simple, Franny. Everyone else was here at one point during the night, but your alibi is you turned up late. Even Passy, with all his muddled thoughts, didn't see you. And I've been in your company for days. I'd recognize your ill-fitting coat and sad hat from 100 yards. You're the informant you killed my father, and your brother died because of you. He died because of your damned father and his bureau connection. Tipper was making informal contact with the French government in case Ireland needed assistance during its bid for independence. Your father spotted me following him and recognized me from a photo Tipper showed him one time. He would have told Tipper, and I couldn't have that. I got rid of the problem one push. You're a monster. You get SIS on your own brother. He wasn't supposed to be back that morning. SIS arrived looking for me, and of course Tipper had to be the hero. Your family is perverted and cursed. I'm doing the world a favor. Oh, no.
Jenny, no, I can't let this happen.
What do I do? Oscar? Mon ami, where are you? Where am I? Can I walk around? Hello? Papa, is that you? I'm sorry we quarreled, Papa. It was so stupid and it didn't matter. I found Tipper and I helped him pass on. I hope you're together. I know about your work with the Bureau and your passion for art. I understand what a difficult burden you carried, and I only wish we could have been honest with each other. I don't care about anything except that you know that I love you, and I always will. You don't have to pretend anymore. I accept you completely. Oscar told me, the aim of love is to love no more and no less. I love you. That's all I carry in my heart for you. Love. I knew it.
My dearest Jenny, I've come to take you back.
I thought you were Papa.
Such a speech is never wasted. Now you must return. You have a villain to thwart. Bien, sir, let's go.
Oh, he did hear her. Oh, my heart.
Merci de tot cœur et au revoir, chérie. You are positive you can move?
My locket saved me from the worst. It hurts like hell, but I'll survive. I just wish I could have seen Papa, so I could have told him.
One day, Jenny, but not today!
Look, it's Franny.
Not today, Jennifer!
You know me, Oscar.
Yes, impulsive and impetuous, but this time, let me act.
But...
Learn to accept help, Jenny. Flash forth the lightning and strike him! The gun! I saw it! You killed my father!
He was a soldier in a dirty game. We all pay a price.
I will shoot you if you move.
Go ahead, I'm good as dead now.
We'll handle the shooting.
Give me the gun. No. I'm leaving with the gun. Good, you attract trouble, Miss Chevalier, and we've enough of that at the moment. You didn't honestly think I wanted you to talk to ghosts? I played along with that hogwash to flush out the informer.
I was bait?
It's the 20th century. These gullible idiots might believe that nonsense, but I'm a rational man. I suspected Dan.
I'm right here, boss.
Sorry, Tipper was one of the best, and we believed his brother was made from the same quality. What did you do it for, Franny? Soon we'll be a free country. You are Maradans. We'll kick you off one cage while we build another. There's so many forces at work and they'll never let us go free. Don't make me laugh. I'm the only rational one here. Each man for himself and side with the stronger power.
You'll be meeting a higher power soon enough.
And her, that witch. Kill her while you have the chance. I'm turning Franny over to the police. Take him and mete out your justice. I'm turning Franny over to the police.
Take him dancing if you like. Nowhere's safe for a traitor. We'll get him to wherever he's jailed. Follow your conscience, Jenny. What happens afterward is out of your hands. All trials are trials of one's life, just as all sentences are sentences of death.
I can always tell when you quote yourself.
It's important to be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
Really?
I can resist everything.
Except temptation, even I know that one. I'm bringing you back to London to answer for your crimes. You'll spend the rest of your life in an English prison.
We who live in a prison, and in whose lives there is no event but sorrow, have to measure time by throbs of pain and the record of bitter moments. I can't think of a worse punishment.
I can't be sure what will happen to Franny, but he'll answer for his crimes.
My article is a sensation. An IRA shootout with an SIS agent plus a French angel. My editor's finally taking me seriously. There have been questions in Parliament. Franny confessed he had arranged to pass information to the SIS, but Tipper arrived unexpectedly and deduced his brother's betrayal. A fracas broke out and they began shooting. The trial will be a scandal, if it even goes ahead. At least Franny is facing justice for this crime. Helena, you are such a dear. Bless you for all your help. Salut, chérie. It's so clear you must cherish every moment with your loved ones. Their absence is so cruel. All my life's buried here. Heap earth upon it. It's the end of the poem I wrote about my sister's death. She was the only 9. My parents never truly recovered from it. Neither did I. Can you relay a message to my father? I cannot allow that silly tiff to be our last moment together. I need him to know how much I valued and cared for him. Your loving thoughts transcend all barriers of mortality. Trust me, they are a shining beacon of comfort for your father. How long will you wait with me, Oscar? For as long as it takes. Before you suppressed your talent in order to cope, now you've learned you can control it. Your choice is simple. Shutter the channels or leave them open and listen.
I remain open to the siren call of adventure. No more ghosts. Time for painting and wine. You and me, buddy, to the ends of the earth. I remain open to the siren call of adventure.
And I will accompany you. Common sense can wait on the wings.
Not yet boredom, life beckons. Whew! What a journey and a half. This was such a fun game. It had its own brand of charm that I can't even begin to describe, other than it met every requirement that I look for in a game aesthetic-wise. I loved the scrapbook puzzles and how that was how you would use items and also put clues together. I really liked that part of her where she just used her art to be a detective, and Oscar Wilde was just such a character beside them. I think there could be a very fun sequel, you know, that won't involve the death of a very close family member. That would be awesome. But that's it. We are done with Jennifer Wilde, Unlikely Revolutionaries. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!